Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back once again to Mass Effect, to a stream which, prior to this intro bit, has been non-stop. A non-stop rollercoaster thrill ride of technical glitches and problems, so hopefully we're past all of that now, but I wouldn't count on it. There's probably going to be more nonsense ahead. Regardless, previously, we rescued Liara from Theorem, and in so doing picked up an additional party member. I think we've got all of them now. And we will be selecting which of the next of the main missions we want to do. However, first, I'm going to have a little wander around and have a chit-chat with people. And also grab that codex entry.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
I don't think we have anything new to say to you, do we, Presley? We've exhausted all of your dialogue. We haven't... Ooh. I'll grab that. Any more of these I can activate? Yeah, there we go. I don't think we've had a little proper chat with Joker yet, have we? Up here in... Oh my god, the fakest looking space outside. Oh my word. That little skybox outside there is so tiny. It really does look like we're on an incredibly cheap movie set. Wow. Okay. Can't unnotice that now.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
Saving my boots from burning lava is part of your job, Joker. We don't give medals to soldiers for doing their jobs.
That figures. Just get me a nice card and a cake. No coconut, though. I hate that crap. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I can't have you on this ship if you're going to infect my crew.
Infect the crew? Oh man, you have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I have so many questions about Joker's condition and how on earth he managed to get into the Alliance military with it in the first place. It's hard to know where to begin. For one thing, clearly, the Alliance military doesn't have Capita in charge of their recruitment process, but... How did he even get through, like... selection, you know? Like, let alone basic training. And presumably when you're training to be a pilot, you are occasionally subject to a few G-forces. I mean, the real-life military won't let you in if you've got so much as a dodgy knee, so... Whatever, BioWare, whatever you say. Okay, sure. Let's ask him about his Vrolik syndrome.
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm still not convinced, I'm sorry, but whatever.
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Mate, how did you even do parade drill at graduation with your legs? Whatever.
I have to go.
See ya.
Don't think too hard about it. It's just the way it is in Mass Effect. It don't make no sense. I get what they're going for. It's kind of a Douglas Bader type situation. He was a famous British fighter pilot who famously was amputated, had his legs amputated below the knee, I believe. And still went on to be a fairly famous fighter ace in World War II. But that was a little different. He didn't actually go into the military having no legs to begin with. It was an accident that happened during his training. And also, you know, the country was at war and utterly desperate for good pilots. And ironically, him having shorter legs gave him a bit of an advantage because it meant that he blacked out less often when he was at high G. Joker, on the other hand, though, if he went to high G, he'd probably snap in half, I have to imagine. Didn't they kick him out of the Air Force until the war started? Possibly? Yeah, because it happened before the war as accident, didn't it? And he had to go through lots of rehabilitation and physical training in order to sort of like get his shit back together. There is anybody here? Oh yeah, no, Liara's in here, isn't she? She's down past the... She basically just lives in the sick bay for some reason. Ooh. Replenish Medigel. Oh, it's just a codex entry. With no XP, though. Outrageous. I want to be rewarded for pressing the things. I don't know why I'm quick saving before talking to Liara. I just sort of felt a weird primal urge to do so. Yes, they were completely and totally desperate for trained pilots at that point in the war, so yeah, they let him back in on that basis. I don't think the Alliance military is that desperate, though, so it really does beg the question, how did Joker get in? I'm trying to think, how long ago was the first contact war in this setting? Because the Joker looks like he's way too young to have possibly fought in it. So... I don't know.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm snooping. Don't worry about the G-forces inertial dampeners exist and they're magic. Oh, I know, yeah. You get those in Star Trek as well, don't you? The thing is, though, like, you're going to have to, at some point in training, try and fly with the dampeners off. And the assumption that they're probably going to break at some point. You know, it's just, yeah, it's ridiculous, and we're just going to have to hand wave it. Anderson is a first contact veteran. Yeah, and he's quite a bit older, isn't he? So. clearly thinking about this way too much about this. Clearly, I don't know. This is not the first time that something has popped up in this game that's made me scratch my head and go, really? Because last time we had the whole thing with Quarian birth rates, and how if what they say is correct, that the Quarian population should not be stable; it should be shrinking at an alarming rate. Because if the Quarian fleet has a one-child policy, then their entire population should be wiped out within a few generations. But Tali describes it as the population being stable with a one-child policy that they only occasionally deviate from if they need to replenish numbers. But that's not how that works. So... yeah, there are occasional drops of the ball, shall we say, in the world building and whatnot in this game that I'm now noticing playing it 15 years later. Okay, no is an answer to this. That's quite funny, actually.
I just want to talk.
Oh.
Of course. I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I thought it was gonna be like, no, I thought I left something in here. I didn't mean to come and talk to you. Like, right, yeah.
I had to save you. You can help me stop Saren.
I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Promises are easy to make, but hard to keep.
I do not begrudge you your suspicions. I just hope in time you will come to trust me.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
Any chance she's in this for power or personal gain?
No, not the Benezia I knew. But I hadn't spoken with my mother in many years. She may have changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us.
But coincidentally,
We still require a
you do
partner
all
to
look female.
reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Because BioWare needed a race of sexy blue alien ladies. That's basically what it boils down to. They're not like that, you remember that episode of Star Trek which had the non-binary alien species, which were completely androgynous? They're not like that. They're like, we're not male or female, but we present entirely as extremely female. That's disgusting. No, I've been drawing the line at the whole kind of like being a racist human thing. That's Ashley's department, so let's go with how is that possible?
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
So does that mean they're kind of reproducing asexually, but they're sort of asexual? They're kind of like, they're borrowing, like, not exactly genetic material, but like... Yeah, that's weird. It's an interesting concept, though. Do you have an opportunity to play Vera Dynasties yet? Oh yeah, we're going to be playing it the rest of the weekend, mate. Tomorrow, Monday, we're going to be streaming Vera Dynasties, and yes, I have been playing it a lot. In fact, I stayed up way too late last night playing it. Anyway.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Interesting. Yeah, because what I was thinking in the back of my mind was like, how would a species naturally evolve this ability on its own planet as it's, you know, over millions of years? How would it evolve this kind of ability to essentially mate with extraterrestrial species? Because that doesn't make sense. But actually, like, it sounds like their ability to mate with other species is actually more of like an accident than something by design, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just purely because of the way that they exchange genetic material, it just sort of happens to accidentally work on other aliens. Which makes more sense, I guess.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
Benezia never told you her partner's name?
Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
It is awfully convenient that the species of exclusively sexy blue alien ladies not only can reproduce with humans, but is culturally compelled to do so. Come on, BioWare. I know this is like BioWare from the noughties. This game is like quite flipping old at this point, and it's a product of its time, but goodness me, guys, this is eye-rolling stuff.
Why agree to the union if she didn't want any children?
I cannot answer that. This is all speculation on my part. It is possible she wanted to be part of my life, but something happened to her before she had the chance. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
We already asked that, didn't we? I guess that's everything, isn't it? There's not much else left to talk about.
I should go.
Hey!
Goodbye,
Up to 9 or 10 now on the I should go count. I know why blue skin is the archetype for sexy aliens. I don't know, is it? They're green in Star Trek, the Orions. And they're kind of the archetypal, like, they're practically the origin of the trope. Yeah, I suppose you're next on the talking block, aren't you, Caden? What does this do? Oh, it's just... Oh, we got a few extra bits from it. Nice. I thought it was just inventory management, but no. Or actually, there was actually some stuff in there. Any good? That's not bad. What about pistols? No, they're all garbage compared to our Stinger 2, aren't they? They're all quite rubbish. Same, unfortunately, goes for the armor. We've been stuck with this armor for ages now. Hot blue alien girl, don't question it, Dave. I know. Liara as a character, unfortunately, she does. I'm not super impressed with her, at least not in this game. She has the same problem Caden does, which is that she's been precision engineered by the developers to be the player's primary choice of love interest. And therefore, as a result, doesn't really feel like a very compelling real character. She's just sort of like super sexy blue alien awkward nerd girl who's shy and you know, is basically designed to appeal to the target audience of this game when it came out. And Caden is just sort of like a gender flipped kind of alternative to that. So what you like about Ashley, on the other hand, good old space racist Ashley, at least she comes across as like a more real sort of person.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I don't. I love these answers that will not come out the way I want them to in my head.
Make it quick, Lieutenant. I have a lot on my mind.
This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
We've got our orders. Bellyaching won't change them.
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. It's funny, we finally get out here, and the final frontier was already settled, and the residents don't even seem impressed by the view, or the dangers.
Well, you're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Now, maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Did they get you with the adverts, Caden? Did they get you with the advert of the Alliance Marine in his dress blues fighting a dragon? They take their time starting a conversation. They do. Apparently, the reason for that is because it was used to like cover up a bit of like in-game loading on the old console version back in the day. Took like a minute for it to load all the dialogue in for the scene, so that's why that animation starting the conversation is a little bit extra long. It's basically to cover up a kind of little loading screeny type deal. Apparently, I can't verify this. Take it with a pinch of salt, but apparently that's why that animation is quite weirdly long.
I trust you won't have any questions when whatever's coming hits the fan?
None. I'm not questioning the mission. I'm just concerned. Sorry to have wasted your time, ma'am. It won't happen again.
Right. Ah, here's the elevator. Got lost on my own ship. How embarrassing. Given how the sprinting worked, I believe it. I hate doing renegade runs. Being a dick is difficult. I'm starting to enjoy it. I don't know what that says about me, but having pretty much never done a full-on renegade run in this game before, or this game trilogy before, I'm kind of enjoying it.
So, we've got Saren on the run.
It won't be long now. Saren's good, but I'm better.
Good. He's rotten. To the core. I could tell as soon as I met him.
Why didn't you tell me this sooner?
I would've if I thought it was important.
I'll decide what's important. Now tell me how you know Saren.
This was a while ago. A bunch of mercs were bragging about a job out near the edges of the Terminus systems. They said it paid well and the boss was never around to ride them. They said he was looking for more men, too. So I checked it out.
I didn't know Saren was openly recruiting mercs.
It wasn't that open, and he only showed his face once. We'd been raiding ships in the area for months when we took out this massive cargo freighter. Our biggest haul yet. I was on board checking bodies for valuables, looking for some extra credits. That's when I saw him.
What did Saren want with the ship?
I don't know what he wanted. He was just moving through the ship, watching. A couple of the mercs called him by name, but he never spoke to them. Never spoke to anyone. I had a really bad feeling about him, so I got the hell out. Didn't even wait to get paid.
That's the only time you saw him?
Yeah. Didn't even know who he was. Still wouldn't if I hadn't joined up with you. But my instincts were right. Every other merc on that mission turned up dead within a week. Every damn one.
So you didn't actually meet him, you just saw him. Yeah, it's sort of a bit like when people say, oh, I met the Queen, you know. She just... And by that they mean that she walked straight past them.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Oh yeah, you can... Yeah, this is how you edit people's inventories when you're on the ship. Use those lockers, which is what I was expecting upstairs, actually.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I'm not sure I believe it either. It's better to have her where we can see her.
That makes sense. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time off the record.
It's not normal for an enlisted to speak informally with the commander.
I figured since the crew was so small, you might be more permissive.
It's not normal.
I mean, that
as far as I know, but whatever.
Most places, he'd be at captain's mast every day. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
You don't trust their motives because they're not human.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
I'm not gonna lock them in sleeper pods for the whole trip, Williams.
I'd be more comfortable if they didn't have access to engineering and the CIC. We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
I trust that's not insubordination, I hear.
No, ma'am. That's patriotism. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Yeah, the council's had a grudge against us since the First Contact War.
I don't think it's a grudge. I think it's... Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
This is an Alliance warship, not the Parliament floor. If you're Earth first, vote for the Terra Firma party.
Terra Firma is a pack of jackals. The founders had ideals. These days they just play off xenophobia and bigotry. I hope my reasons are more rational. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, ma'am. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
Guess you make a habit of second-guessing your superiors.
No, ma'am.
I come from a military family, too. My parents were both Navy. Anybody in your family we might know?
Couldn't say, Commander. We probably have a lot in common. You join up to carry on the tradition?
Why would this version of Shepard have joined up? Yeah, probably to carry on the family tradition.
I don't think they meant to start a family tradition, but after 16 years on ships and stations, how could I spend my life on the ground?
You're lucky. I spent most of my career as groundside garrison.
Alright, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams, but this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I'm glad there won't be a problem.
Anything else you need, Commander?
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
There we go. I gotta be honest, like, I do like the fact that Ashley has opinions and is prepared to stand. I mean, I don't like her opinions, obviously, but I like the fact that as a party member character in a BioWare RPG, she has strong opinions and will stand up for them and doesn't really care if the player character doesn't agree with them very much. Which is a refreshing change from, you know, just the alternative frequently in these games, which is just the party members just agree with everything you say and gush over you constantly. Yeah, she's being an arse, isn't she? But she feels more like a real person than, say, Kaden or Liara do. She has actual opinions about stuff.
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Garrus, you're talking really quietly again.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
He's not impressed that you're going after Saren?
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming the Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate, me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
Okay, so that's interesting, because previously in the game we've been told that Spectres are pretty explicitly not trained. They're just plucked out of existing serving, not Alliance personnel, but Council personnel or whatever. That's the line we got earlier. But based on what Garrus is saying, it sounds like actually there's kind of training infrastructure and selection stuff in place when it comes to the Turian military, just not the Alliance military. The Alliance is being told, oh, no, we don't train Spectres, we just pick them. We just pick people that we think would be good Spectres. Versus the Turians are kind of like, dude is already, he's only just like in the Turian military academy and already is being earmarked and saying, we think you could potentially be a Spectre. Do you want some additional training and to set you down that particular path? So I don't know if that's like just an oops moment from BioWare or if it's actually deliberate. I'd like to believe it's deliberate, actually.
Spoken like a true C-Sec officer.
Yeah, it's a speech I've heard one too many times. But Saren's not gonna play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Don't get caught up in the details, Garrus. We'll find him, and then we'll stop him. That's all you need to know.
Good point. Thanks, Commander.
Yeah, I don't know, Django. I don't know why he's still so damn quiet. It's a bit annoying. very much sounds like they put quite a few Spectre candidates forward, the Turians. Yeah, like he said, thousands of recruits, military recruits, not even like... The impression the council gave was that it was like people who are already in the military. They exclusively pick from people who are already in the military, maybe with a quite high rank and many years of service. But based on what Gareth is saying, like they're targeting brand new Turian recruits. Oh, can't believe we didn't examine that already. Hello, Tali.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Like I need... Oh boy. It's gonna be mean to poor old Tali.
What's your problem?
Never mind. It's nothing. I'll be fine.
I don't have time to deal with your personal problems.
Don't worry. Like I said, it's nothing. I'll be there when you need me.
Oh boy.
I should go.
That was a short conversation.
See you later.
Imagine that, just walk straight in, straight over to Tali. She just says, "Oh, hello," and then Shepard flies into a rage about not wanting to deal with your personal problems, and then storms out. Renegade Shepard is just weird sometimes. Right, I think we've had a chit chat with just about everybody we can. So let's head on over to ye old galactic map and figure out where we want to go next. One more I should go for the collection, yeah. I don't know if we should include repeats, you know? Okay. So... Asteroid X-57. What is that about? Why is that... I can't... Is that the DLC or something? I forget. Anyway. Where's the Sol system? I know you can go to it at some point. It only pops up once you get the side quest. Oh, really? Oh, that's a shame. Alright, well, we could either... I'd like to do Pharos, because it's probably my favourite of these main missions, but I think now we've just picked up Liara, it feels to me almost like it would make the most sense to head directly to Noveria to try and confront Benezia. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay Pharos till later. Well, there's actually another little system over here we could check out while we're about it, I suppose.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Okay. Medallion recovered. Oh, goody. More collectibles. Nothing there. I was going to say I'm surprised we can't land on this because it's got a proper picture. But... we probably can, just we don't have whatever quest is required. Oh, we found a thing. Majesty is a Kowloon-class modular conveyor of human design. The ship is a derelict. All compartments are exposed to space and the fusion plant is leaking. Damage is consistent with ship-mounted mass accelerator fire. We've scanned it, and that's it, I guess. Alright, let's bugger off to Noveria. Okay, nothing here. they? Matriarch's writings recovered. Scans of the planet Velos revealed a small abandoned vessel. Your salvage team brought the ship on board and dismantled it, whereupon they discovered one of the Matriarch Delinaga's writings. Alright, interesting. Not sure what relevance that is for us, but okay. Maybe it's for a quest, I'm not sure. Right, Noveria is a small frozen terrestrial world barely habitable by conventional definitions. It is privately chartered by the Noveria Development Corporation, who lease out labs to perform research too dangerous or controversial to be performed elsewhere. Given Noveria's unique situation, it is the source of many wild conspiracy theories. Founded in 2163, population 361,400 people. Surface temperature -1 Celsius.
Approach control, this is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector into berth.
Normandy, your arrival was not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy. Be advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
Alrighty. Yes, it is weird that they can just, total strangers can just find you. Imagine if you could do that in real life. You just, like, telephone the bridge of a US Navy destroyer. Directly, just speak to the captain. Like, hello! I just wanted to check if the outside scenery has changed at all now that we've landed. And it has. No more fake space box. Right. Who shall we bring? Liara, I think, for the plot. And Garrus. I feel like he'd be more at home in this environment. Dealing with shady corporate people and whatnot, you know.
With exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Liara, do you have any... yeah, what's your gear like? We might have something better for you. You could use... Actually, looks like no, here's the answer. What you've got right now is pretty darn good. Give you a shield battery. Weapons-wise, I don't even know what she uses. I mean, probably a pistol at the very least. I imagine she's probably, I got a load of stuff we can, a load of points we can spend. All right. Let's get a few points on this. Electronics unlocked. Does that allow you to repair or bypass objects? Does that mean locks on things or nah? I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Stasis unlocked. Advanced warp. Lift unlocked. Stasis unlocked. Get her all the space wizard powers. Okay, that's probably fine. Is there room in the back of the helmet for her sort of squiddy head things? Or does it all just get squished back there? Oh, we got other talent points. We do! Garrus! I just put it all in Interrogating Agent to give you sniper damage bonus, actually, I think. Not very creative of me, but whatever. Don't have to think too hard that way. Right. Rex ought to be in the squad for Noveria Part 2. That's a really good point. I'll try and remember to switch Garrus out for him.
That's far enough.
I'm on important business.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
All you need to know is I have more credentials than you.
They plan to be trouble, ma'am.
I can't let you enter the port area without confirmation of your identity. Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Citadel authority supersedes yours.
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock!
We're authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons. 1, 2, 3.
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
Behave yourself.
Not sure what her plan there was to, other than to get shot in the face.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
Someone didn't receive de-escalation training. Yeah, I possibly just ignored it. Bloody hell, I mean, even I've received de-escalation training, and I work a stupid retail job. Councillor Udina, is that you? It's his twin brother.
Weapons detectors, don't mind the alarms. I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Analeas. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Someone piss in your security chief's coffee today?
She takes her job seriously. She is a valuable asset to the company. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The Executive Board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
Is this privacy intended to hide illegal research?
This planet is beyond the jurisdiction of the Citadel. The law is what the Executive Board says it is. Do you know how valuable this planet is? How many advances in genetics and artificial intelligence got their start here?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The Executive Board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our clients. Do you know how valuable this planet is?
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia? She is here?
She's a threat to galactic peace. I'm here to bring her in or put her down.
The board doesn't like having outside problems dumped in its lap, Commander. Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Good. Give us directions and we'll be on our way.
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance to leave this port.
Where can I find the Administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, we don't. Humans have an expression. Blood is thicker than water.
My people have an expression too. Only a child never contradicts her mother. I meant what I said before. Her actions are wrong. If you would feel safer leaving me on the Normandy, I will stay. But I would like to see her. Maybe I can persuade her to come peacefully.
I don't think that's likely, but you can try.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
I don't think I've ever brought Liara here for this mission before, because I don't remember having that bit of dialogue, ever. But then again, it was a long time ago, so... Oh, a good old Mass Effect 1 elevator ride. Here we go.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety, and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
The managers warned us about you.
Oh, look.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here. This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Annaleus. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
How does the species float? Maybe it's like, there's a sort of gas in it that's lighter than air. I don't know. The thruster in his backside. A little thruster just rammed up its arse.
Could I buy something now?
Is there anything in particular the Spectre is looking for?
Armor upgrades and grenade upgrade. No, useless. Rubbish. Rubbish.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you.
I like that classic. Very good. Oh, it's you. Again. How did you get down here so quickly?
How can I help you?
Oh, you have a little private elevator, is that it? No, it's just a... No, this is an office. This is where the administrator is. Open. Open. Let me... I must talk. I guess I have to talk to her again.
How can I help you?
I'd like to speak to Annaleus.
One moment, please. Mr. Annaleus?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in. You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain spaceborne vagabonds.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
Opold wants me to smuggle a package through security.
I need more than your word to act on that. Bring me whatever he's smuggling, and I'll act accordingly.
What will you do for me in return?
I would compensate you. The precise amount in credits depends on the severity of Opold's crime.
I'll look into it and get back to you.
I appreciate your report.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? You didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Forget him, Commander. If he won't help us, I'm sure someone else here will.
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She is here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you were about.
Okay, the way that dialogue sequenced out at the end there actually amused me greatly.
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
I can bludgeon pretty hard.
Talk to Lorik Keene. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar. Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Analaeus.
You said I should talk to Lorik Keene?
Mr. Analaeus isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan. Keene spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
Okay. Let's go and find this dude. To be honest with you, I don't really feel like hanging around on Noveria any longer than we really have to. I don't have tremendously fond memories of this particular planet. It's just, yeah. Maybe I'll enjoy it more than I remember enjoying it, but yeah, Noveria is definitely not my favorite part of this game. I don't know if I'm going the right way right now, to be honest with you. Funky music has begun. Better or worse than Manan? Probably still better than Manan, yeah.
Excuse me, I need a moment of your time.
What is this side quest, lady?
The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone. That makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
He's right there. Why not talk to him yourself?
I wish I could. I already bungled this myself. He realized I was not a real buyer.
Strange people skulking in corners have gotten me in trouble before.
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in binary helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific. We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
What's in it for me?
Money, of course. I would be well paid for this. So would you. 500 credits.
Interesting plan. I'm in.
Excellent. Here is the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I have assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
I don't remember loving any of the main planets in Mass Effect 1. None of them are bad per se, but none of them really excite me either. I quite... Feros, I think, is probably my favorite of the main mission planets, but most of my memories of Mass Effect 1 are that actually the best stuff is towards the end of the game, actually. There's 2 planets in particular I'm thinking of. So, I know, only 500 credits. Like, have you seen how much some of these suits of armor cost? But whatever. Yeah. I won't lie, Mass Effect 1 in many ways is probably my least favorite game of the trilogy. Maybe that's a hot take, I don't know, because for a lot of people this is their favorite one, the first one. But it's not that I'm not enjoying myself, but I am just so fucking keen to get to Mass Effect 2. I really am. I just want to get to Mass Effect 2, guys. I'm probably not going to do a ton of side questing in this game because I just like to get through it.
Tell me what you know about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's services. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
I'll go see him now.
I hope to hear from you soon.
Okay. Mass Effect 1 can be hard to get into before the Legendary Edition, at least. But yeah, I suppose it is a bit improved by the Legendary Edition, you know. I mean, it's a weird thing because, like, Mass Effect, part of the reason Mass Effect 2 is really good is because of a lot of the groundwork that is laid in this first game. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Mass Effect 2 exists in a vacuum. Like, you need this game to have done a lot of the world building and character building legwork to make the second game work as well as it does. But I definitely prefer 2 over 1.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Are you Lord Keene? I heard you might be able to help me.
You are the Spectre that just arrived, are you not? What can old Turian like me possibly help you with?
I'm Commander Shepard of the Systems Alliance Navy.
It's too late for cover-ups, Commander. Your picture has been sent to every employee. They've been warned that speaking to you is grounds for termination. Lorik Keene. For the moment, I am the manager of the Synthetic Insights Office.
Taking a 3-martini lunch?
You mean my loitering here? If only it were mere indolence. Mr. Analeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
Skip to the part where you tell me what you want and what you'll give me for it.
Put bluntly, the administrator demands rent kickbacks from the companies on Noveria. I acquired evidence of Analeas' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analeas would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
You hate how the customization options and armor and skills were nerfed, and prefer the heat mechanic rather than ammo. I really don't like the heat mechanic at all, actually. I'm going to firmly nail my colours to the mast on that one. I massively preferred the thermal clips, the traditional FPS, you know, reloading ammo mechanics of 2 and 3. Massively prefer it. It's hard to explain why. It just feels more better. Like the combat has a more natural rhythm to it as a result. You also hate cooldown weapons. Yeah, I'm not a fan. I find it makes the combat very boring because all you have to do is just shoot. Don't shoot me too many times, and you can just shoot, bang, 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 click infinitely on the enemies until they die. When you have to reload, it means you have to stop firing for a prolonged period of time, take cover. It also means that enemies have to reload occasionally as well, giving you opportunities to maneuver and that kind of thing, and it just makes combat more interesting when everybody has to occasionally reload their weapon. So there's also that fun moment in, I think, Mass Effect 2 where you get into a confrontation and during the dialogue you can eject the thermal clip from your weapon, and if you end up in combat after that, it means you start the combat with an empty gun, which you have to reload. But you wouldn't be able to do that if you still had the old overheating mechanic. How Mass Effect 1 isn't like an FPS. You found the combat in Mass Effect 2 and 3 annoying because you're not a fan of FPS games. Well, yeah, there you go. I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. I enjoyed this series a lot more as it leaned more and more into the shooter mechanics and away from the RPG ones, actually. So
why didn't Analeas cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
That sounds like a fair trade.
Violence against Mr. Analeas' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Han Shan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
If he's paying them under the table, they're mercenaries. I can kill mercenaries.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
Alright, now where's the other guy?
Good. I don't think I'm supposed to mention that.
This guy, here we go.
Can I help you?
Mr. Vargas? Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance Military. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our services?
I might be. That depends on what sort of offer your company can make.
It was my understanding that the Alliance contracted to Mars Gene for its enhancement programs.
Mr. Vargas, I'm here to talk business with you. If you'd rather speculate on politics, I can visit another Gen Eng firm.
You have my full attention, Shepard. I'm merely getting a handle on my negotiating position. First, the boilerplate disclaimer. No genetic enhancement is guaranteed to take. We can maximize the odds, but every strand of DNA is unique. Our patented techniques can provide an 8% improvement in adrenal response, 12% faster clotting, and a measurable decrease in CG muscle degeneracy.
Mars genes clotting enhancement improves speed by 16%.
Ah, I see you've done some research. That's their official claim. However, we believe they cherry-picked their sample to show optimum results. The numbers we provide are strict mathematical averages. I can get you those improvements for 30K credits per head. For a bulk order, I can work in a sensory enhancement package. Guaranteed 20/15 vision and hearing from 12 to 22,000 hertz.
No! I'm not renegade enough, apparently.
Are you sure that's the best price you can offer?
Absolutely. That's the standard rate. Of course, if the government moves forward with this on an official level, there might be some additional discounts. I have to admit, it surprised me that you were here for business. There are many development projects on Noveria, some not entirely legal.
I wear a lot of hats, Mr. Vargas. Some days I shut down criminals, some days I defuse nukes, some days I like to enjoy private vices. You understand me?
I suppose. My apologies. Your manner is rather informal for a business meeting.
Sounds like my crew needs me for something. I'll be in touch.
Of course, Commander Shepard. We look forward to hearing from the Alliance.
Shepard needs to be more of a meanie. I know.
Any results?
Your toy did its job.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
I could easily call Mr. Vargas and tell him what I just did.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
Could have done with 5,000 credits, to be honest, based on how much stuff costs in the shops in this game. But never mind. Right. So we need to go to this dude's office and kill some mercenaries. 750 in this economy. I know, right? We could practically buy like a whole 3 packets of crisps with that. Just enough to feed the whole party. For lunch before we head out again. Now I'm kind of wishing I had some sort of quest marker. Because I just do not know where to go in this weird concrete dungeon we find ourselves in. Where's that? Destination. Oh, it's just break in. Yeah, this just goes wherever you point it, doesn't it? Elevated to hotel, synthetic insights. Do we need to go back to the hotel? Administrator office. Oh, what the heck? That goes to the docking bay. That's the jellyfish's shop. Take the elevator on the lower plaza level to... Oh, we're getting all Morrowind up in this bitch. Okay. Take the elevator on the lower plaza level to Synthetic Insights. Once inside, find Loric's computer and download the files. Okay. Right, lower plaza. Maybe it's over here. At least the vehicle bay, doesn't it? Which we're not allowed into yet. Unless there's an elevator around here somewhere? Like this one? The architecture on Noveria, it's so depressing, it is, isn't it?
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
It's extremely brutalist, isn't it? Kind of reminds me of some shopping centres I've been to in the UK.
What do you do if I don't?
You're the Spectre, right? Laura Keene is under investigation.
Ananias is paying you to shake this place down. That makes you a criminal. I can kill criminals.
You're bluffing.
Everything the commander has said is true. I'd step aside if I were you.
He ain't paying me enough to take on Spectres or Alliance troops or whatever. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Okay. Apparently, we're still going to fight some dudes anyway. See what I mean? Like, even with this pistol in particular, I can just pretty much sit here just shooting it infinitely forever and ever and ever. I don't have to reload, don't really have to pause. Okay, if you go really ham with it, it does finally heat up a little bit, but not enough that you have to stop. Halo did the same concept with the plasma guns in that game, but that worked way better because they heat up much, much faster. And also, they have a specific kind of purpose and limited ammo as well. Like, you have to ditch those guns after a while because you can't reload them and they do have ammo. Well, we'll get back to that explosion in one moment. Oh, I've just noticed you can actually control the minigame with your mouse. That's weird. Feels super weird. Right. We interrupt this explosion to bring you a lockpicking minigame. Whee! Ow. Did we pick up anything good there? Nothing I particularly care about, it feels like. There's a big red triangle back here somewhere. You're up on the upper level. I think so. However, there's an exclamation mark in here. Oh. Missing person report. The attention of Administrator Annalise, a man named Garoth, is looking for information on the whereabouts of one of our freighters. He believes his brother's ship may have been attacked by privateers while traveling through the Strenus system. Investigation pending. Oh, another place in the world map we can explore, I guess. Yep, Vanguard playthrough. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not actually enjoying it that much. Vanguard and Mass Effect 1 mostly seems a bit rubbish, but I know it's going to be so much better in 2 and 3, so... Why is every gun I pick up rubbish? I suppose we can give him this. Swap out that sniper rifle. Marginally better accuracy. I'm not sure how much it matters for the NPC companions, but hey. Whoa, hello. I see the explodey thing, I shoot the explodey thing. I am a simple man at the end of the day. Can we hang on a minute, can we decrypt that? Yeah, it looks like we can. Let me in. Oh. Curses, so close. Radioactive rounds, improved sighting. Radioactive rounds 3? We've got chemical rounds 2 at the moment. Oh, that's 20% cooldown, 21% cooldown reduction. Is that it? Nah. I stick with my my war crime bullets, thank you. Can't go in those. Curious to see how Veilguard turns out. I haven't even like watched any of the trailers or any of the promotional stuff for that game at all. I have Inquisition installed right now. I kind of thought maybe I'd play through it again, but actually once I got it downloaded and installed, I just sort of looked at the icon on the desktop and just couldn't quite bring myself to do it. Way, evidence acquired. Ah, hello.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Do you plan on making me leave?
Leave? You think I'm gonna let you walk out? Annaleus would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
Your men are dirty, Sergeant. You're here off-duty, breaking the law for bribe money.
If you want to fight, I'll give you one.
You talk the talk. Let's see if you can walk after I break your legs.
Oh, I forgot what the button for Medigel is. One moment, everybody. V. Goodness sake, really? Absolutely nailed me there. I should probably remember that I've got biotic powers and can occasionally use them. Okay, who's shooting me from... Ah, vaporized. Melted. Well, out of nades I am, aren't I? You know what? You know what? I badmouth the biotic abilities in this game, but some of them are pretty darn funny, like throw and whatnot, and lift. They amuse me greatly. I haven't been using the shotty much lately, have I? Mostly because this pistol is so ridiculously effective. Most of the time, but hello. Ah. Throw's not recharged yet. Oh, there we go. Use that, and now I can throw you. Lovely. See, I'm instinctively hitting R to reload, even though it's not a thing in this game. Kind of feel like playing a bit of an FPS after this, you know. After I clock off for the evening, I might go play some bolt gun or something.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
Of course not. Why would I?
Don't play me, Shepard. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
You wonder how much these guards are getting paid that they stick with it after seeing one of their comrades get them literally vaporized. I mean, if they're like PMCs in real life, probably a ludicrous amount of money, actually. Oh yeah, she wants me to talk to her before I talk to Oh, fine. Alright, fine. More than Shepard earns, that's for damn sure, yeah. Shepard don't earn shit. Except she's not here. Oh my god, where she probably told us where we were supposed to meet her, and I didn't process the information because I was too busy reading chat. You can play the game or you can read chat. You should never try to do both at the same time, folks. Hotel bar. Okay, so we're going to the hotel bar anyway then. Alright, fine. Oh, I wanted to sprint then. I forgot that shift is not sprint. Shift is for some bizarre reason raise weapon. Well, it's not really, is it? Shift, I suppose, is the like use abilities button when you're in combat, but oh, whatever. Mass Effect 1 has really weird controls. I could rebind them, but I've almost gotten used to them now, so. She's standing right over there. Okay. You can never consistently get Mass Effect 1's cover system to work. It's a pain in the ass to use. That's why I keep not using it, actually, in a lot of the combat we've been doing, because it's just, you get stuck in cover and then, like, Shepard just gets kind of glued to it and she doesn't want to get off the cover when it would be convenient to do so. And it's also sometimes a bit weird when you're fighting diagonal angles to all the cover, you know. It ain't no Gears of War, let's put it that way.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
I don't have time for pleasantries.
Act natural. You want to blow my cover? We're two friends who haven't seen each other since college. Remember that time so-and-so did that thing? The executive board knows about Annaleus' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
Why don't you ask Keen directly?
I'm Annaleus' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
I thought corruption was the rule on Noveria.
The rule is, don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Annaleus is driving customers away.
If your executive board loses a few million credits, it's not my problem. I have my own mission.
Yes, fate of billions and all that. I couldn't possibly understand how important your work is. You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
Annaleus is dirty. It might be best to help her.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Keen is offering to pay me. Can you?
I can produce a copy of Annaleus' pass for you. I can't move large sums of money without someone noticing.
Fine. Mostly just because Garrus said it would be a good idea.
All right. I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
I have trouble believing our version of Shepard actually had a college education in the first place.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Annaleus.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
If necessary, yes. Do what I tell you to, or Annaleus will find what he's looking for.
It is good to have all our cards on the table. I regret that you have a better hand. Very well. I will testify.
Ooh, 25
Make
renegade
whatever
points.
arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
High explosive 1, fusion explosive, toxic damage. Oh. Oh yeah, I've not been upgrading my grenades at all, have I? Been doing a very bad job of that. You know what? High explosive 3 might be better actually, but I just want to try toxic fusion grenade death stuff. Sounds fun. No side quests on Noveria. Well, I mean, we did one, didn't we, with the Osari lady? But I don't. Side quests are not something I massively remember this game for. I must admit. I know a lot of the side quests in it tend to be kind of like those sort of go to this random friggin' planet, drive the Mako around for a bit, and then shoot some enemies in a cargo container type missions. Yeah, and there's that one with Hannah with smuggling.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport. I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
So, how about getting me into the garage?
While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
I don't remember if she ever comes up in the subsequent games. I hope she does, though. She does on Ilium. I don't remember that. I'm sure it'll come back to me when we actually play the game, but yeah. Right. Yeah, we need to go fetch Rex before we go any further. Oops. Did BioWare improve their cinematography during cutscenes? I know. But in fairness, when this game originally came out, this was really good. Like, think about what they did prior to this, like Jade Empire and Knights of the Old Republic with its animations. This was groundbreaking stuff at the time, by comparison. I don't think we can just do a little party swap, can we? Mid-area. I think I do actually have to go back to the ship, don't I? Get some shoddy upgrades. We're probably going to need them later. Dragon Age Origins. I came out after this, yeah. Dragon Age Origins was weird because, like, on the whole, graphically, it was a definite down step from Mass Effect. But you're right, it was way better in the cinematography department. Primarily, admittedly, when it comes to those like pre-rendered cutscenes and stuff, but also there are some pretty cool moments that weren't pre-rendered. Now I think about it. Oh, there's the package for the jellyfish man.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Oh, good old cozy Normandy. Right, straight back out again. Sorry, Garrus. I'd love to have you with me, but Rex is the correct life choice for this next bit.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere.
Is Normandy
Logged.
VI also
The
Jennifer Hale?
commanding officer is ashore. XO Presley has the deck.
It kind of sounds like it is, yeah. Weirdly enough. It was Trisha Helfer? No, surely not. Really? Oh, you mean no? Don't. We're not talking about Edie. We're talking about the voiceover there as you're going through the airlock. That reminds me, I'm long overdue a rewatch of Battlestar Galactica. That might be what I do this evening, actually. I was watching The Boys the last couple of evenings, but I've not been super impressed with the latest season of it. So I might switch. Haven't played BSG Deadlock in a long time, actually, as well. It's like we got one official Battlestar Galactica video game, but it did turn out at least to be very, very good. Gen V was way better than the current season of The Boys. I haven't watched Gen V, maybe I should. It's a shame because I really enjoyed The Boys up until this point. Something about its overall extremely edgy sense of humor actually genuinely appealed to me. I just kind of, I don't know why, but I do just kind of go for that kind of humor, especially the gross out stuff, all the really nasty gore and all that. Like, I don't know, it just fucking clicks for me for some reason. But the latest season of it has been a bit.
Access to the garage is restricted.
Bit mid. Apparently there was a writer's strike during it, which would explain a lot, but the last two episodes kind of make up for it, do they? Okay. Well, I might push through it then for those.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
Ah, some Gethy boys.
So that's what the Asari had in the crates.
I see Rex has been brought up to speed pretty quick. Great way of dealing with these. And it's this. Oh, damn it. Did I just...
Fan out and secure the area. No one gets in or out.
Okay. First thing, I recognize that voice actress from somewhere. The second thing, I think I just got stun locked out of my Carnage shot, and I'm pretty pissed about it, not gonna lie. Chemical rounds 3? Lovely. What am I currently using in the shotty? Anti-personnel for rounds 3. Damage versus organics. Well, we're going to be shooting some Geth for a bit, I think, so... I'll put the old chemical rounds 2 in there. War crime shotty to go with our war crime pistol. Why not? It's Mako o'clock, everybody. Oh man, this totally reminds me of Roll Cage. Anyone play Roll Cage back in the day? Mate of mine, when I went to visit him a couple of months ago, actually had a PS1 set up in his living room with Roll Cage on it. We played a bit of that for a while. Oh, it was the best. It was every bit as good as I remembered it being. With the sick D&B soundtrack. Yep. Man, is there like a... Is Roll Cage available on PC these days? Like, is it on GOG somewhere? Because, like... I could totally go for a chilled out Roll Cage stream one of these days. Like, just get some beers in or something and have some drinks and just have a really silly Roll Cage stream. We do get XP for killing all this, don't we? Yeah. So there is a point to killing everything and not just driving past it as if we're playing Halo. Woo! Anyone see that Halo demake, like the Game Boy version of Halo, by the way? Looks hilarious. Yeah, someone did a demake of Halo as if it was like done for Game Boy Color. Halo Combat Devolved, yeah. It's brilliant. I think the game's sort of acting like we've never seen one of these before. Hey, level up. Should we do that now before I forget? What about the rest of the squad? You guys got points as well? Yeah. I'm not putting a lot of thought into these point assignments, I will admit. Just gonna max out assault rifles for Rex. Cool, that'll do. Do you know, I kind of do like enjoy the Mako sections of this game. I know that it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I think they're quite fun. There's the Halo player in me who enjoys driving Warthogs around, and Warthogs pretty much drive almost exactly like the Mako, except a little bit less doolally. But also, particularly in the Legendary Edition, I friggin' love the visual spectacle of the Mako sections when you're in the big, great outdoors. This just looks magnificent, all of this, doesn't it? I mean, this is like... We need to take a photo mode clip, your picture for posterity here, I feel. We should get, I tell you what, we can get out of the Mako and have a photo. How's about that? Let's see. Doodly doodly doo. Where's the like field of view? That's the depth of field, which I'm just going to turn off. Oh, there we go. It's focal length. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That'll do. Right, back in the tank. Need to remember to occasionally take one for the video thumbnail. In fact, you know what? Actually, the view's arguably better looking back in this direction, but never mind. Oh, did you guys see that, like, there's a leak that... a leaked image or whatever of one of the vehicles they're going to add to Starfield? It's like some kind of buggy rover thing. Can't wait. Seriously, like, it's such a small thing, but I'm going to enjoy planet exploration so much more in Starfield once they add that. Be able to shoot these out of the sky as they go past. They move so slowly, it almost feels like they're designed to do that. Watch it control like utter shit. I expect nothing less, Sarah. I'll be disappointed if it doesn't. See, here also would have been a good spot for a photo with the big tower in the background. Oh, you can only move if you're holding the right mouse button. I got it. Yeah, you point your shotgun at that big ass tower. Thing is, with the way the thumbnail's laid out, you have to kind of... I might have to flip it. That kind of works. Fuck around with brightness and stuff, but you can do that in post anyway, so vignettes on, isn't it? Whatever. We'll see what we end up using. Whoa, back in the Mako. Turret. Boing, boing, boing. Anyway, I'll stop monkeying around. Sorry. Apologies, everyone. And we're in. It's one of my favorite bits of the Mass Effect soundtrack, actually, the music that plays in here. It's being interrupted by all the nice combat at the moment, but it's very atmospheric. Take out the repair drone like I'm using birdshot. Whoa, hello, big fella. How you doing? Oh, that didn't work. Oh boy. Oh, I reached for the heal button, but not fast enough. I have no idea where our last save was. Oh, not too bad. Okay. Still, I should probably get into the habit of quick saving a bit more often. I missed, didn't I? In cover, come on.
Countermeasure deployed.
I need to remember to use barrier. Is that Krogan over there? It is. Oh, there's a few of them. Oh my god, look at him go. It's like he's playing Mass Effect 3. Alright, we'll do this again. Come on. Come out. Oh god, here he comes. Ah! Scary Krogan. Oh, there's another one.
User alert. All P-15 facilities have suffered a great deal of damage. Biohazard materials present throughout facility. Virtual intelligence user interface offline.
Oh.
We will need to get the reactors back online.
Video game level designs have clearly never seen an actual warehouse. It depends on the warehouse is all I would say to that.
Why are the turrets facing the wrong way?
They want to keep their people in as much as they want to keep others out.
Alright, hop in, guys. Like shooting a really slow clay pigeon. Oh, sorry, Rex. Oh. Floating gun in the corner.
What was that?
Probably debris. Don't have a panic attack. I'll protect you.
Ah, no sci-fi RPG would be complete without the obligatory aliens reference.
What were those?
Were? Past tense? Well, this is awkward. There we go. Hello, gribbly things. Time for a plot hole, but I feel like Rex should very much know what these are. Maybe he should, yeah. Then again, maybe he's just never seen one because, you know, it's ancient history, innit? The right knife for him. He might be privately thinking to himself, you know what, that looks a lot like the pictures of Rachni I've seen from 1,000 years ago, but there's no way it possibly could be one. That wouldn't make any sense, so it must be something else. I'm not going to open my stupid mouth and say, oh, it's a Rachni, because clearly it couldn't possibly be.
Shepard, that is a backup power system for the station mainframe.
So whack it and turn this thing on.
Critical startup error. Virtual intelligence user interface offline. Manual boot required.
These two are an interesting pair to bring along, actually. I'm quite enjoying this. She's all, like, clever and smart, and Rex is just like, hit the button! Come on, let's go! I'm enjoying their dynamic at the moment. Fusion Explosive 5. Ooh. That's an upgrade. Humble Baneling. Repair with manual. Oh no! Oh no! Not another one of these. I still get PTSD flashbacks to the puzzle like this in Knights of the Old Republic. No, I don't have time or the brain power this evening. 100 Omnigel. Insufficient Omnigel. Oh, fuck me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, on this bombshell. We're coming up on 9:30 anyway, so... Ladies and gentlemen, when we return next time, I will have to do a stupid puzzle. It's the bloody Towers of Hanoi. They've come back to haunt me again. First it was Black and White, then it was Knights of the Old Republic, and now it's this game. I don't. It's not that hard of a puzzle. For some reason, I always struggle with it. Ladies and gents, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. We'll be back with more Mass Effect next week. Tomorrow and the day after, the plan currently is for us to do some Total Warfare now that the new Dynasties update excuse me, has come out. Pharaoh is basically friggin' awesome now. I've been playing it last 2 days pretty much non-stop in all my spare time. I stayed up really late last night playing Pharaoh, actually, with the new update, and we're going to stream it tomorrow and Monday evenings, so join me for that, or don't, it's up to you. If you've been watching on YouTube, thanks very much for tuning in. I shall read your comments, and I'll catch you all next time, everybody. Have a good one. Let me just check if there's anybody we can raid. Is there anybody we can raid? I was hoping maybe Variax was online or something, but he's not, so never mind. Alright, ladies and gents, thank you very much. Toodle pip.